My original G4 doorbell finally died after about 5 years of service. So today I'm replacing it with the G4 Doorbell Pro from Ubiquiti. I'll walk through what failed, how the installation went, what changed physically and electrically, and what you should watch out for during setup, especially if you're installing this in an older home. I originally wanted the PoE version of the G4 Pro, but pulling new Cat 5 and Cat 6 through an older wall just wasn't going to happen. So I had to replace it with the standard 17-volt doorbell powered version instead. That version wasn't readily available in my region at the time, so I ended up paying a premium through an Amazon reseller. But sometimes practicality wins. Before we get into the install, here's why I upgraded instead of just replacing with the original G4. The G4 Pro has a higher quality main camera, better low light performance, and most importantly, a second downward facing camera to show you packages. It also adds a bright, full-colored LED display that lets you show custom messages to guests or delivery drivers. Overall, it's a noticeable upgrade in both capability and usability. And the finishes for the G4 Doorbell Pro, metal and black, relative to the finishes for the G4, which are white and plastic, were a really nice upgrade that I very much enjoyed once I got it installed. First thing you'll notice when unboxing this device is how much larger it is relative to the white G4 that I held up in my intro. It is a significantly larger box as a result of the things that come into the box, but also the camera itself is just a much larger piece of equipment. With two cameras and the front display, it just makes it a much larger piece or device that is going to be put on the front of your house. Once we get everything pulled out, you can see the doorbell itself and the awesome underneath package camera. There is the chime that gets put in your series chimer. And then finally, we have these two leads for the positive and negative on the 17-volt standard doorbell power, a little leveler, which actually comes in very handy. And the top of this is actually the mount that we do use. And then the angled side mounting piece we did not use in my implementation, but you can. Finally, I think I got a European version because this is a 230-volt downstepper. First, I wanted to make sure the original doorbell was actually dead. Using a multimeter, I verified that the unit was still receiving power and it wouldn't boot or display anything. This is what I expected given that it was dead or not displaying anything in the UniFi Protect app as well. This is a known failure mode on old G4 doorbells, and while I'm not thrilled about replacing a device at this price point, 5 years of continuous operation is still a respectable lifespan. The first thing I did is reinstall the wooden block that I had in the door jamb for the G4. The G4 Pro is a little bit bigger, but you'll see why I needed this block here once we start installing the G4 Pro. Once the wooden block is installed, we can then go ahead and install the black mounting bracket for the G4 Pro. You'll notice that I'm screwing the screws in lightly, kind of lining it up, making sure that it fits well in the space, and then finalizing. Next up is stripping the wires for the doorbell power. This is the 17-volt wires. Make sure to turn the power off to these wires before you start stripping them, or else you could potentially run into some electrical issues. Next, we have the wire clips for the G4 Pro. So those are spring-loaded clips. These little black spring-loaded clips cause problems when trying to mount them behind the G4 Pro. However, they are very useful because the U-shapes go right onto the bolts that sit behind the G4 Pro when mounting. Now you see I'm addressing this problem with these square block clips. There's really nowhere for them to go, and other YouTube tutorials have identified this as a problem. For me, I used the block, knew that I was going to drill the block out, and then went ahead and drilled the block out to find a spot for these clip heads. Now all that's left to do is install the G4 Pro doorbell. The first thing we do is take those U connectors from the wires that are clipped onto the 17-volt doorbell and put them onto the screws on the back of the G4 Pro. Next, we have to snap the G4 Pro in. The only thing that's left to do is fiddle around with the wires a little bit to make sure that those little clip heads fit in the hole that we drilled out. Once that's complete, the mount sticks on the top and then clips in the bottom, and we're good to go. With the doorbell mounted, the next step was replacing the chime communicator. The G4 Pro uses a different communicator than the original G4. Even though they look almost identical, and this part is important because the chime is wired in series with the doorbell. Any interruption here actually creates an open circuit, at least in my setup, and that means no power to the doorbell, something that you should be aware of for yours as well. After everything was wired, I moved to my phone to adopt the doorbell using UniFi Protect. The adoption process itself is simple, but here's an important lesson I learned. Don't make wiring changes during firmware updates. While I was updating the doorbell, I was still finishing work on the chime, which briefly cut power and shut the unit off mid-update. This didn't cause any major issues, but I did suspect that it might cause me some problems, and I was frustrated for a brief moment. So don't make the mistakes I did. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. As is always the case, engineer, break stuff, have fun. I hope you found this useful. Let's go. you.